Half a world away, Irish villagers mourned alongside Canadian and Indian citizens drawn together by tragedy.
Most of us can only imagine the heartbreak.
It was in these waters the bodies were recovered 40 years ago after Air India Flight 182 left Montreal for Mumbai, only to be torn from the sky.
As a result of bombs being placed on planes in Vancouver, the plot was clearly planned in Canada, created in Canada, and carried out by Canadians.
268 of the victims were Canadian, the largest mass killing in our history.
The shock of losing your father and him not coming back, and you multiply that by 329 experiences on that flight.
The personal stories continue to break the heart.
I was 12 years old when my mother was murdered. Very traumatized, lots of grief as a result of this tragedy.
But there's also frustration all these years later.
There were mistakes made pre-bombing, the day of the bombing, the investigation afterwards, as well as with the criminal trial.
Charges weren't laid for 15 years. The trial took place in a fortified BC Supreme Court room after two potential witnesses were killed. Ajay Singh Bangri and Rupudaman Singh Malik were charged and acquitted. Malik was gunned down a few years ago in Surrey, and only Indrajit Singh Rayat served a few years in jail after admitting to being the bomb maker and lying under oath.
Whether we'll ever see justice in the system does not seem apparent.
The lack of accountability and horrific death toll are seared into the hearts of many. But an Angus Reid survey found a third of Canadians had never heard of the bombing.
We asked people, do you think that this has been owned or really embraced as a Canadian incident, as a Canadian tragedy? 50% say no.
There are a handful of memorials, including Stanley Park, but academics now find themselves gathering artifacts.
When I tried to teach it, I soon realized that my students, Canadian students, did not know about this Canadian history.
There's never been a public exhibit on the Air India bombings in a museum or a gallery space.
BC's Ministry of Education says it's up to school boards and teachers. The frustration reaches much higher.
The Prime Minister has not attended any events.
There is acknowledgement change is needed.
We need to do a much better job in educating Canadians and the world of the impact of the worst terrorist attack involving Canadians.
A third of the passengers were children. Penny Daflos, CTV News, Vancouver.